Hello and welcome again. I'm so glad that we are here and let us continue our learning in Computer Systems and Organization Part 1 and continue our topic from functional components of a computer system. Functional parts of a computer system, if we see, we can broadly see this diagram, a basic diagram where we have input, we have central processing unit CPU, which comprises of ALU, arithmetic logical unit, and CU, control unit. Then the data and instructions are stored and executed in primary or main memory or internal memory. Examples are RAM, ROM and cache memory. And then we also store our data in secondary memory or external memory or auxiliary memory. What are they? For example, hard disk, CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, pen drive, magnetic tape, drive, memory cards, memory stick, etc. All these come under secondary devices or secondary memory or auxiliary memory, or we can say external memory. And after the execution, the final output we get in the output devices. So let us see the input and output devices, and then let us see a little bit of CPU, how it works. So from here only, the different input devices which we have, functional components of a computer system in this input unit. An input device is any device that provides input to a computer. It accepts input from the input unit and converts it into computer understandable form, that is binary form, which computer understands. What are the examples? Touch screen. You must have observed this touch screen. Our mobile is also having a touch screen. Nowadays everyone has a touch screen mobile. A camera or a webcam, scanner, barcode reader, microphone, MICR, light pen. MICR is magnetic ink character reader, which you can see in banks and all, which reads the bank checks. Light pen, through which we can write on touch screens. OCR, optical character reader. OMR, optical mark reader. Trackball, smart card reader. Barcode you must have seen in malls or in library where books are there and the barcodes of the books are read. Scanner, when you scan any image or any document, that image is taken into the computer, so it's an input device. Joystick, through which you play games, you love to do this. Webcam, keyboard, mouse. We click on mouse and we give input. We type on keyboard, we give input. Digitizer, tablet or writing pad or digital writing pad. Through a pen on this tablet, your teacher writes and shows you different work. Take their classes through this. Smart card reader, you must have observed this smart card reader in maybe in petrol pumps or in malls, where the smart card is read and whatever transaction or whatever payment you would like to do, you do using your smart card. So these are all input devices. Moving on to output unit. An output unit is any device that provides output in a form which is human understandable, can be audio, video or in printed form. Now, this conversion from machine understandable form to human understandable form is the work of output unit. Let us see the examples. Speaker. Through the speakers of your system you can hear my voice. Monitor. Whatever you are watching right now is through this monitor. So this is an output device through which you are getting some output. Headphones, maybe you are using headphones. to listen to my words. Plotter. Now it's a special kind of output device through which big charts and architects they use this. They can get their images, or they can get their architect work through the plotters. Projector. You must have observed this in schools or in colleges. Through projector, the output is shown, the monitor's screen is shown through the projector on the projector screen. Printer. This is very common, needless to say. We get printouts in papers, so they are hard copies of whatever work you do in the soft copy form in your system. So note, computer understands only two signals. Now this is very important. 1 is on and 0 is off. Since there are only two digits, signals which computer understands, on and off, 1 and 0, therefore this machine language is also known as binary level language. The one which I said, machine understandable form, that is the machine language or the binary level language. Now actually binary level language are very cumbersome, very bulky languages, so very hard to understand by the human. So we have high level languages which you will learn later in Python programming. So let's move on. Let us see the output device printer in details. A printer is an output device that prints paper documents, includes text documents, images, or a combination of both. Two most common types of printers are inkjet and laser printers, which are very popularly used. Inkjet printers are commonly used by consumers, while laser printers are a typical choice for businesses, and in our school we use laser printers as well as inkjet printers are there. Dot matrix printers, they were used earlier. It's very noisy, but nowadays again dot matrix printers are remade, and they are again used. Well, dot matrix printers are also known as DMP printers. They are used for basic text printing. Moving on. Now in types of printers, we have impact printers and non-impact printers, and let's see the difference between these two, which is very important. Impact printers are those printers where there is a mechanical contact, where there is a physical contact between the print head, there is a print head, and the paper which you give on the printer. If there is a contact between them, then those printers are known as impact printers, and if there is no contact between the printer head and the paper, then they are known as non-impact printers. So dot matrix printers, DMP printers, daisy wheel printers, drum printers, line printers, chain printers are impact printers. They are the older ones. And in the newer generation, non-impact printers, we have electromagnetic printer, inkjet, laser, electrostatic, thermal. They are non-impact printers. So you must have seen these kind of printers at home or in your schools or in business organization. Let's move on. And the difference between these two, mechanical contact between the print head and paper is there in impact. Impacts are slower, they are noisy, they are lesser in cost, and the examples. Non-impact printers, there is no mechanical contact between the print head and the paper. They are faster, less noisy, sometimes noiseless also. They are comparatively costly. And laser printers or inkjet printers are the examples. Moving on. Central Processing Unit, CPU. This is our next topic to learn. Thank you.